everyone, Michelle here from Pink Pop Shapes. In this video today, I'm going to show you how I created this flowery water ripple moon charm using resin. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is stick our bezel charm onto some sticky tape. Next, I'm going to squeeze some resin into this measuring cup. Don't need to measure it because it's UV resin, but I just want to make some blue resin. So just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Alright, then I'm going to put in a drop of blue pigment color. Not too much, I want it to be light. And then we're going to mix that up. Pretty! Next, gonna pour that resin blue into the middle of our bezel charm. And then spread it out. Okay, so once you've spread out the blue all over your bezel charm, we're just going to squeeze a dollop of UV resin right into the middle. You see this cool effect that it's having where it's spreading out the blue dye to the sides? That's exactly what we're after. Okay, before we let it dry, I'm going to put some glitter in. My favorite, of course, glitter. So just sprinkle that around. Not too much. Funnily enough, not too much. Just going to take my little tool and just spread the glitter around a little bit. Not too much because I still want that effect of like clear in the middle and darker on the sides. So I don't want to mix it all up. Okay, now we're going to put this under the UV resin light and let it cure. Whilst we are letting that bezel charm cure, let's create our water ripple resin piece that we're going to put inside that charm. I'm not going to use the whole thing because my bezel round charm that you saw is smaller than this round circle. So I'm just going to do a smaller piece. So squeeze some UV resin into the middle. Using my tool, I'm just going to spread it out to how big I want the actual water ripple to be. Okay, now that I've spread it out to where I want the size to be, I'm going to put this under the UV resin light to let it cure. Now that it's cured, I'm going to put another layer of UV resin on top. Spread that out to the edges. Next, I'm going to be using some dried flowers and putting them all over the middle of the charm. So I've got these cute little teeny weeny tiny flowers. I'm going to use pink and I'm going to use yellow because I think that goes for a nice combo. Alright, so these are so delicate to work with, these little things. So I'm just going to take some scissors and I'm going to cut them off to the side. Alright, so I've cut the mini teeny tiny flowers. You can see a little bit around the side. They're really hard to deal with. But now I'm going to take the flowers with my tweezers and I'm just going to place them all around inside the charm. There's no specific pattern. I'm just placing wherever I think looks good to me. Alright, those flowers are tough to deal with. But once you've placed all your flowers into the middle as you like, put it under the UV resin light to cure that layer. Alright, so now that this is cured, we're going to add another layer of UV resin. Spread that again to the edges. Alright, next we are going to take out that water ripple resin piece from our mold. Here we go. And I'm going to put this right in the middle. Like that. So that you can see that ripple effect. Alright, let's cure this now under the UV light. Alright, just for a little extra cuteness, I'm gonna put some resin onto this cute little moon embellishment. And then I'm gonna place it right here on the side of the ripple. So it's like a fallen moon. Then we're going to put this under the UV resin light and let it cure again. To finish it off, I'm just going to put one more little layer around the water ripple. Not on the actual ripple, just around it. Get my tool again and spread it around. Alright, so that last layer really makes the charm kind of shine. So let's put this under the UV light and cure it. Alright, once it's cured, just take off the sticky tape. Alright, sometimes with these open bezels, you'll notice that the UV resin actually seeps out a little bit on the side there. All you have to do is get a little bit of sandpaper and just sand the extra bits that are sticking up away. Alright, so once you've sandpapered down the excess resin, at the back, we're just going to put one more layer of UV resin so that it becomes a bit more clearer and smoother. So let's spread on a thin layer of resin at the back, trusty tool, and spread it all the way to the edges. Okay, now the resin spread out all over at the back, put it under the UV light and let it cure. And there you go! Your flowery water ripple moon charm is now complete. So you can turn it into a keyring or a necklace or whatever you like. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. See you next week. Bye!